Instead of asteroids giving an abrupt ending to life as we know it, imagine a long-running plague that makes you or breaks you. It was a microscopic killer that showed up uninvited. A freak mutation of the rabies virus crossed with a prion disease. It spreads like wildfire, saliva, blood, even a cough. One nibble, and in 24 hours you're less human and more Snickers with legs. Now I know we usually focus on reality here and not so much on reanimated grave-busting skeletons, but let's just have fun with this one. We can make it relatable, or maybe not. It'll be interesting either way. Okay, so civilization crumbled faster than a 4G connection during a thunderstorm. Power grids? Gone. Social media influencers? Reduced to running zombies with immaculate teeth. Not everything is bad, I guess. But the blackout's permanent, buddy, and so are the dead. But they don't stay dead for long. Now you're in the Apocalypse Olympics, and guess what? Participation isn't optional. The question isn't if you'll survive, it's how. To make it out alive, you need a role. No passengers, only players. So let's figure it out. What's your role in this undead hellscape? 1. The leader role motto. If you're not with me, you're zombie chow. Every post-apocalyptic group needs a figurehead, the face of hope, discipline, and occasional moral ambiguity. Leaders are equal parts strategist and tyrant, depending on how many weeks it's been since anyone found toothpaste. Traits. 1. Charismatic, but not so charismatic that the group turns into a cult, unless you're into that. 2. Good at yelling orders and looking intense by firelight. 3. Reads maps upside down but fakes it convincingly. Drawbacks. 1. High mortality rate. Leaders always die heroically by season 2. 2. Responsible for everyone's stupidity. 3. Your group will eventually mutiny, probably over the last can of beans. Are you the leader? If you've ever unironically said, "Follow me, I have a plan," then congrats, you're leading this doomed ship straight into chaos. To the scout role motto, I'll be back, probably. The scout's job is simple. Don't die while figuring out how not to die. Armed with binoculars, a battered compass, and the fastest pair of legs in the group, scouts are the adrenaline junkies who live on the edge, literally. Traits. 1. Fast and sneaky, like a cat burglar with commitment issues. 2. Excellent eyesight, because zombies always pop up in your blind spots. 3. Can climb anything except social ladders. Drawbacks. 1. If the group gets ambushed, it's your fault. 2. First to run into new zombie variations. 2. Spider zombies. 2. Flying zombies. 2. Yeah, that's your nightmare now. 3. No one hears you scream when you're 2 miles ahead. Are you the scout? If you can run a 5K without collapsing into a puddle of regret, welcome to Team Human Radar. 3. The medic role motto. Walk it off, or I'll amputate it. The medic is the group's most valuable player until they run out of supplies. Bandages, antibiotics, a hacksaw for field surgery. They've got it all. Their bedside manner? Meh. But you don't need sweet words when you're stitching a bite wound. Traits. 1. Practical knowledge of first aid, or at least what's written on the inside of the kit. 2. Nerves of steel and a stomach of cast iron. 3. Slightly judgmental of your life choices. Drawbacks. 1. Constantly hounded for every scratch and splinter. Infections are no longer quick fixes, so paranoia for every boo-boo from each citizen sets in. 2. First person blamed when someone dies, even if it's from stupidity. 3. Low-key panic attacks when supplies run dry. Are you the medic? If you've ever Googled how to suture a wound for fun, this is your calling. 4. The engineer role motto. You said you needed a flamethrower by midnight, right? An apocalypse without electricity is just camping with consequences. Engineers keep the lights and morale on. From rigging solar panels to creating booby traps, these MacGyver wannabes are the reason your group doesn't starve or blow itself up. Hopefully. Traits. 1. Can fix anything with duct tape, a wrench, and sheer willpower. 2. Smarter than everyone but doesn't rub it in too much. 3. Knows what EMP stands for, which is definitely useful. Drawbacks. 1. Inexplicable tendency to over-engineer solutions. 2. First to go mad scientist when supplies run out. 3. Everyone expects miracles. Are you the engineer? If you own a soldering iron or welder and know how to use it, you're basically the savior of the apocalypse. 5. The muscle role motto. Smash first, ask questions never. When diplomacy fails, and it always does, you need the muscle. They're the group's wrecking ball, zombie deterrent, and emotional support tank. No one argues with the guy holding a spiked bat. Traits. 1. bench presses morale and zombies. 2. Intimidating as hell but secretly a teddy bear. 3. Doesn't just kill zombies, makes it look cool. Drawbacks. 1. First to get used as bait. 2. Doesn't always know when to stop smashing. Yes, you can have brawn and brains, but not always. Not everyone can be Dolph. 3. Lacks subtlety in literally every situation. Are you the muscle? If you've got strength with slight compulsivity, you're a natural. 6. The scavenger role motto. One man's trash is my treasure trove of supplies. Scavengers are the apocalypse's dumpster divers, sniffing out supplies like bloodhounds with ADHD. They know where the loot is, how to get it, and how to make a profit from it later. Traits. 1. Has an encyclopedic knowledge of abandoned Walmarts. 2. Can haggle with anyone, living or undead. 3. Always carries a bag full of totally useful stuff. Drawbacks. 1. Hoarding tendencies. 2. First to try eating expired food. 3. Sometimes forgets they're in a team because they're always out scavenging. Are you the scavenger? If your trunk looks like a yard sale, you've found your niche. 7. The wild card role motto. Trust me, I've got a plan. Sorta. The wild card is chaotic good or chaotic dumb, bringing unpredictability to every situation. They're half genius, half liability, and 100% entertaining. Zombies don't know what to expect, and neither does the group. Traits. 1. Has brilliant ideas that work 50% of the time. 2. Immune to panic because they thrive on chaos. 3. Weirdly lucky. Drawbacks. 1. Gets everyone into trouble with dumb ideas and practices, then somehow saves the day, which they still caused. 2. Zero impulse control. 3. Often mistaken for a zombie due to unkempt vibes. Are you the wild card? If people say, "What is wrong with you?" but still follow your plans, congratulations. So, what's your role thus far? Decide wisely, your life might depend on it. If you're a mix of roles, that's fine too. Hybrid characters are certainly relatable, but what about positions of power? Are you ready to see where you rank on the scale of authority? Like and subscribe early for +7 survival rate. I'll wait. Okay, fine, let's move on. Part 2. Hierarchy of the undead and team dynamics. Alright, you've picked your role. Congratulations, you're now a card-carrying member of the Still Alive Club. But survival isn't just about what you do, it's about how you fit into the group. The zombie apocalypse doesn't play favorites, but it does play strategy. Let's break down how these roles interact, the hierarchy of survival, and the rules of undead engagement. The survival hierarchy, who's in charge? 1. The leader, aka the boss. At the top of the pyramid, we have the leader. Think of them as the captain of a sinking ship. They're the ones making tough calls, like who gets the last MRE or who's volunteering as zombie bait. But let's be honest, their authority only lasts until someone gets sick of their speeches. 1. Power ranking 10-10 until someone stages a coup. To likelihood of survival 5-10. 2. Leaders are magnets for noble sacrifices. 2. The engineer, aka the brain. Just below the leader is the person who actually knows things. Engineers might not boss people around, but their gadgets and makeshift defenses keep the group alive. If the leader is the heart, the engineer is the nervous system, except this nervous system curses a lot and drinks coffee like water. 1. Power ranking 9-10, but only if they stay sane. 2. Likelihood of survival 7-10. 2. They'll either thrive or blow themselves up. 3. The muscle, aka the hammer. Muscle ranks high because brute force solves a surprising number of problems in the apocalypse. Whether it's smashing through barricades or one-upping zombies in a game of whack-a-mole, their value is undeniable. The downside? Their appetite is the stuff of nightmares. 1. Power ranking 8-10 when they're not hangry. 2. Likelihood of survival 6-10. 2. Strength can't fix stupidity. 4. The medic, aka the life insurance. Medics sit comfortably in the middle of the hierarchy. Nobody questions their value until they're out of supplies and start suggesting natural remedies that involve questionable plants. 1. Power ranking 7-10 as long as the first aid kit holds. 2. Likelihood of survival 8-10. 2. They might amputate your leg, but they'll survive the ordeal. 5. The scout, aka the eyes. The scout's ranking is tricky. They're vital for spotting danger and finding safe routes, but their mortality rate is roughly equivalent to that of a horror movie sidekick who says, "I'll be right back." 1. Power ranking 6-10 when not dead. 2. Likelihood of survival 4-10. 2. Scouts live fast and die faster. 6. The scavenger, aka the hoarder. Scavengers are the apocalypse's unsung heroes. They're not flashy, but they're the reason you're still eating canned beans in week 6. Unfortunately, their habit of wandering off alone makes them easy pickings for the undead. 1. Power ranking 5-10 when they actually return. To likelihood of survival 5-10. 2. Scavengers die the way they live, surrounded by junk. 7. The wild card, aka the liability. Dead last, we have the wild card. Sure, they bring excitement to the group, but it's the kind of excitement that often ends with someone yelling, "Why did you do that?" Their unpredictability is both their strength and their Achilles heel. 1. Power ranking 3-10, but their chaos sometimes pays off. 2. Likelihood of survival 2-10. 2. Let's face it, they're zombie fodder. Group dynamics, how to survive together or not. Rule number 1, don't be the dead weight. Every group has that person, the one who trips, panics, or hoards supplies without contributing. Guess what? The apocalypse doesn't have time for freeloaders. If you're not pulling your weight, you're pulling everyone else toward their doom. Rule number 2, know your place. This isn't the time for ego. If you're the scavenger, don't try to outlead the leader. And if you're the medic, stop arguing with the engineer about flamethrower safety protocols. Play your part and let others play theirs. Rule number 3, keep it civil. Zombies aren't your only enemy. Paranoia, hunger, and personality clashes can take you down faster than any bite. Pro tip, save your energy for the undead, not for bickering over who gets the top bunk. Rule number 4, plan for betrayal when the canned food runs low and trust runs out. Expect alliances to crumble. Always have an exit strategy. And if someone starts looking at you like you're a snack, it's time to move on, literally. Zombie tactics, what you're up against. The zombies in this apocalypse aren't your average slow-shuffling slackers. Nope, these bad boys come in types. 1. The sprinter fast, aggressive, and relentless. They're like caffeinated toddlers with teeth. 1. Weakness, trips over obstacles. 2. The swarm, individually dumb but terrifying in numbers. Think of them as the zombie equivalent of ants. 1. Weakness, fire in tight spaces. 3. The lurker, quiet, sneaky, and loves hiding in the shadows. You'll never see them coming until it's too late. 1. Weakness, loud distractions. 4. The tank, big, beefy, and built like a refrigerator. Takes a lot to bring them down, so aim for the knees and pray. 1. Weakness, Molotov cocktails. 5. The screamer, the apocalypse's alarm system. Their piercing wail attracts every zombie within a mile. 1. Weakness, silence them fast or die trying. Final survival tips. 1. Stay mobile. The more you move, the harder it is for zombies to corner you. 2. Avoid cities. The population density makes them zombie buffets. 3. Trust no one. Even your best friend might trade you for a Twinkie. 4. Always check the back seat. Seriously, why does no one do this in movies? 5. Don't be a hero. The hero always dies. 5. Be the person who lives. That's your crash course in surviving the undead nightmare. Now tell me, what's your role and how long do you think you'll last? Let me know in the comments, but make it quick. Zombies don't wait for Wi-Fi.